Hello, I'm Dr. Michael Langston. After nearly 40 years as a physician, researcher, and advocate for healthy aging in the United States, I've seen it all: medical miracles, heartbreaking struggles, and countless lessons about what truly makes us live not just longer, but better. Today, I'm going to share with you what decades of science, patient stories, and even my own experience have taught me about longevity. And no, it's not just about eating kale, jogging every morning, or remembering to take your multivitamin, although those don't hurt. The real secrets to living past 100, they're found in everyday life, hidden in the simple things you still do sometimes without even thinking. Let's talk about 7 surprising abilities that, if you're over 60 and can still do them, mean your odds of living a long, vibrant life are very much in your favor. But I won't just list them. For each, I'll show you the science, share powerful stories, offer practical tips, and give you exercises to keep sharpening these skills no matter your age. Let's embark on this journey. And at the end, I'll reveal the single greatest lesson I've learned from those who age best. Ability number 1, your brain's detective game, still finding your keys and your wits. That's a gift. Let's begin with something so ordinary, yet so revealing. If you can still find your keys, glasses, or phone in under 5 minutes, you are demonstrating the kind of mental flexibility that predicts a healthy, long life. Why is this important? This isn't just about memory. It's about executive function. Your brain's ability to plan, organize, and problem-solve in real time. These micro-challenges, like remembering where you left your keys, use the same parts of the brain you'll need to manage your medications, finances, and social calendar. Case study: I once treated a remarkable woman named Lillian, age 90, who lived alone and still remembered exactly where every important thing was in her house. She said, "If you want to keep your mind sharp, give it little mysteries to solve every day." Science agrees. Keeping your brain challenged with these small puzzles builds resilience and even helps protect against dementia. How to boost this ability? Assign everything a home: keys by the door, glasses in a special case. Practice mindful placement. Say aloud, "I'm putting my keys on the red dish." Try brain games and memory exercises, but don't ignore the value of daily real-life practice. Scientific insight: older adults who can retrace their steps mentally tend to score higher on cognitive testing and report fewer episodes of confusion. Quick self-test. Next time you misplace something, don't panic. Breathe, close your eyes, mentally rewind your last hour, and see if you can solve the mystery. Ability number 2. Emotional mastery, staying calm in the storm. Can you handle difficult people without losing your cool? That's emotional intelligence at work. Let's face it, life after 60 isn't always a walk in the park. You might deal with noisy neighbors, grumpy relatives, or that stranger in the supermarket who seems determined to ruin your day. But here's the fascinating thing. How you respond to these annoyances matters much more than you think. It's not just about avoiding conflict. It's about safeguarding your heart, your brain, and even your immune system. The science behind staying calm. Decades of psychological research show that emotional intelligence, the ability to manage your feelings and relate positively to others, predicts not just happiness, but longevity. Harvard's famous Grant study followed participants for 80 years and found that those who managed stress well, forgave easily, and avoided bitterness lived significantly longer. A real-world example. One of my most inspiring patients, Mr. Carl, age 72, grew up in New York's busiest neighborhoods. "I used to lose my temper a lot," he once told me. "But I realized every time I got angry, my heart pounded, my chest hurt, and I slept badly." Carl learned to pause, breathe deeply, and repeat a simple mantra. Not my circus, not my monkeys. His blood pressure improved, he felt lighter, and his relationships blossomed. Why is this critical after 60? Chronic anger and stress raise your risk of heart attacks, strokes, diabetes, and even memory loss. People who stay cool under pressure have less inflammation in their bodies and age more slowly at a cellular level. Practical steps to grow emotional intelligence. Pause before reacting. When provoked, count to 10. Give your thinking brain time to catch up with your emotional brain. Breathe deeply. Slow, steady breathing activates the rest and digest part of your nervous system, calming your body. Reframe the situation. Ask yourself, will this matter next week? Next year? Practice compassion. Sometimes the rude person is hurting too. Learn to let go. Don't carry other people's negativity home with you. Mini exercise. Next time someone irritates you, silently wish them well. Notice how it feels in your own body. A challenge for you. Think about the last time someone pushed your buttons. How did you respond? How could you have responded differently for your own well-being? Ability Start 3. The healing power of dance and motion. Still dancing? Even just a little? That's a sign of a vibrant life. When people hear the word dancing, they often imagine twirling across a ballroom floor or performing fancy footwork. But the truth is, you don't have to be Fred Astaire or Ginger Rogers to reap the life-extending benefits of moving to music. If you can still sway your shoulders, tap your feet, or even groove in your chair to your favorite song, you are doing wonders for your brain, your balance, and your soul. The science of motion and aging. Why is movement, especially dancing, so powerful for older adults? Decades of research from the National Institutes of Health and the American Geriatric Society have shown that movement, not just exercise, but joyful, spontaneous movement, protects against a wide range of age-related declines. Improved brain health. Dancing stimulates multiple areas of the brain at once: memory, remembering steps or lyrics, coordination, rhythm, and emotion. A 2017 study in the New England Journal of Medicine found that seniors who dance regularly have a 76% lower risk of developing dementia than those who don't. Better balance and flexibility. Movement to music challenges the body to adjust, reducing the risk of dangerous falls. A leading cause of injury and death among people over 65 in the US. Enhanced mood. Dancing releases endorphins and serotonin, fighting off depression and anxiety. Even 5 minutes of joyful movement can lift your spirits for hours. Real stories from my practice. Let me introduce you to Mrs. Jean, an 86-year-old former school teacher. When she first visited me, she was withdrawn and worried after a fall. During one checkup, I asked about her favorite childhood hobby. Her eyes lit up. I used to love to dance, but I'm too old now. Instead of a prescription, I played her favorite 1960s Motown song right there in the clinic. At first, just her fingers tapped the table. Then her shoulders wiggled. 2 months later, her daughter told me, "She's dancing in the kitchen again. She's even teaching my kids the twist." What changed? Not just Jean's mood, but her balance, energy, and confidence. How to bring more movement into your life. Start small. Even chair dancing counts. Wiggle your toes, sway your arms, or tap your fingers to music you love. Find a partner. Dancing is more fun and safer with a friend, grandchild, or spouse. Join a class or club. Many community centers in the US now offer silver sneakers, Zumba Gold, or ballroom dancing for seniors. No shame, only joy. Don't worry about how you look. Your brain and body care only that you're moving. Movement challenge. Tonight before bed, play a song from your youth. Let your body move even just a little. Notice how you feel afterward. Tomorrow, try again. Can you make this a daily habit? Science Corner. Why dancing is superior to walking alone. While all movement is good, dancing offers an extra layer. It connects mind, body, and often other people. Group dancing strengthens social bonds. Learning new steps exercises the brain's neuroplasticity. Feeling the rhythm boosts mood. Quick fact: a major 2023 meta-analysis found that dance-based interventions improved not just physical strength, but also cognitive function and emotional health in adults over 60 better than traditional exercise alone. Ability. 4. The art of making others laugh. Social quickness and mental agility. If you can still make a stranger laugh, you're sharper than you think. When was the last time you made a cashier, a waiter, or even a stranger in line crack a smile or burst into laughter? For many, this seems like a small, even trivial social moment. But from a medical perspective, your ability to make a stranger laugh is a powerful indicator of cognitive agility, mental health, and social vitality, all crucial for healthy aging. The neuroscience of humor and connection. Let's break it down. Joking requires complex thinking. To make someone laugh, you need to read social cues, remember stories or wordplay, understand timing, and connect seemingly unrelated ideas. Laughter is social glue. Research from Stanford and Yale shows that shared laughter instantly releases feel-good chemicals, endorphins, oxytocin, in the brain, lowering blood pressure, reducing stress hormones, and building trust between people. Quick wit. Agile mind. Studies in neuropsychology demonstrate that those who remain quick-witted and humorous tend to have stronger white matter connections in the brain, which correlates with better memory, reasoning, and emotional health. Real patient stories. I'll never forget Mr. Thomas, 78, a retired postman. He could turn even a routine checkup into a stand-up routine. Once, as I prepared to check his blood pressure, he said, "Doc, I hope my numbers are as high as my lottery dreams." We both laughed. These lighthearted moments weren't just pleasant, they were diagnostic. Each joke, each spark of humor, was a sign his cognitive circuits were firing beautifully. Why is humor a predictor of longevity? Boosts the immune system. Multiple clinical trials confirm that laughter increases the activity of natural killer cells, enhancing immune defense in seniors. Improves social bonds. Loneliness is as dangerous as smoking, but laughter forges new friendships and keeps old ones alive. Fights depression. Seniors who engage in regular social humor have lower rates of depression and anxiety. Practical ways to stay quick-witted. Practice. Joke of the day. Try sharing a light joke or playful comment with someone new every day. Watch or listen to comedy. Laughter is contagious. Enjoying it helps you mirror the quick thinking process. Engage in word games or improv groups. Activities like crossword puzzles, puns, or even group storytelling challenge your mental agility. Stay curious. The best humorists are lifelong learners. Read widely, listen to others, ask questions. Mini exercise. Next time you're in line at the store, give a playful compliment or crack a gentle joke to the cashier. Observe their reaction and your own mood after. The social brain. Use it or lose it. Aging brains crave stimulation. Social interaction, especially through humor, exercises your prefrontal cortex, helping preserve memory and executive function. As Dr. Patch Adams famously said, "Laughter is the best medicine." For seniors, it's also a secret to living longer, happier lives. Ability number 5. The long memory. Remembering prices and life's timeline. If you still remember what things used to cost, your brain's timelines are alive and well. Picture this. You walk into a grocery store, pick up a loaf of bread, and nearly drop it when you see the price. Instinctively, you turn to someone nearby and say, "This used to be $1 when I was younger." This habit isn't just nostalgia. It's a powerful sign of robust long-term memory, and it tells us a lot about your brain's health and your aging process. Why is long-term memory so important in healthy aging? It's more than just trivia. Long-term memory forms the backbone of your personal identity, self-story, and sense of time. Protects against dementia. Clinical research shows that those who maintain the ability to recall detailed personal and social history are less likely to develop rapid cognitive decline. Connects generations. Reminiscing about old prices, movies, or songs is one of the main ways grandparents bond with grandchildren. It's how family history, resilience, and culture are passed down. The brain science behind reminiscing memory is like a muscle. The more you recall and share stories from your past, the more you activate and reinforce the neural pathways responsible for long-term recall. Emotional anchoring. Prices, smells, songs, and events are emotionally tagged in the brain, making them easier to retrieve. Research insight. A study published in the journal Neurology, 2019, followed adults over 70 and found that those who regularly time travel in conversation, recalling old stories, historical prices, neighborhood changes, had stronger performance on cognitive testing, slower brain atrophy on MRI, and a lower rate of loneliness. Patient story. The history keeper. One of my patients, Mr. Samuels, now 91, could recite the price of gas, milk, and postage stamps for every decade since the 1940s. At family gatherings, the grandkids would play a game. "Grandpa, what did a movie ticket cost in 1963? He'd pause, smile, and tell not only the price but what he saw that day, who he was with, and how it felt. This practice became a powerful social glue, making every gathering richer and giving Samuels a profound sense of purpose. How to keep your long-term memory sharp. Tell your stories. Share family anecdotes, especially with the younger generations. Keep a journal. Write down not just facts, but memories, what things cost, who was with you, what you were feeling. Reminisce with friends. Make it a regular practice to talk about the good old days. Engage in memory games. Try quizzing yourself about prices, music, world events from your youth. Mini exercise call or meet a friend or family member today. Share a story from your youth, especially about a price shock moment. Notice how your mood and sense of self changes after reminiscing. Science Corner, memory and longevity. Long-term memory isn't just for nostalgia. It's the brain's proof of connectivity, an ongoing dialogue between past and present. Studies show that seniors who maintain autobiographical memory, the story of themselves, have lower risk of depression, greater life satisfaction, slower rate of cognitive decline. So the next time someone rolls their eyes when you reminisce about when movie tickets cost $1, smile and remember. You're training your brain, forging family bonds, and possibly adding years to your life. Ability number 6, getting up from the floor. The ultimate test of aging well. If you can still get up from the floor easily, you are aging remarkably well. Let's be honest. Getting down on the floor might not sound like much, but getting back up without dramatic sound effects, without grabbing furniture, and without help is one of the purest indicators of mobility, balance, and real-world strength in later life. Why is this simple motion so important? It's the sit-to-stand test. Widely used by geriatricians worldwide, this test isn't just about muscles. It assesses balance, joint health, core stability, coordination, and confidence. Predicts longevity. A landmark study published in the European Journal of Preventive Cardiology, 2012, tracked over 2,000 people aged 51-80. Those who could sit and stand from the floor without using hands lived significantly longer, even when other health factors were controlled for. Protects against falls and disability. If you can get up from the ground, you're less likely to suffer severe injury from a fall, the leading cause of accidental death in seniors in the U.S. Patient story, from I can't to watch me. I remember Mrs. Lee, age 74, who told me, "If I fall, I'm in trouble. Getting up is a nightmare." She was nervous at first, but together we practiced, starting from a soft rug. At first, she needed both hands, then one hand, then just her knees. After 3 months of daily practice, she could get up easily. Her confidence soared. Now my grandkids ask me to play on the floor. This was more than an exercise, it was freedom restored. How to test and improve this ability. Self-test. Find a safe, soft surface, carpet or exercise mat. Sit cross-legged on the floor, then try to stand up with as little help from hands, arms, or knees as possible. Can you do it without using your hands? Great. If not, don't worry. Practice builds strength. Exercises to improve. Chair squats. Stand and sit from a sturdy chair without using your hands. Knee lifts. While seated, lift one knee at a time, engaging your core. Balance practice. Stand on one foot for 10-30 seconds, then switch. Gentle stretching. Maintain flexibility in hips, knees, and ankles. Safety tips. Always practice with a partner or near a sturdy support. Wear comfortable clothing and non-slip shoes. If you have severe arthritis, joint replacement, or history of falling, consult your doctor or physical therapist before attempting. Science Corner. What happens as we lose this ability? Loss of floor mobility often predicts a cascade of health issues. Increased risk of falls, greater dependency in daily life. Accelerated loss of muscle mass. Sarcopenia. Faster decline in independence, mini exercise and challenge. Try getting up from the floor once a day for a week. Track your progress. Share your experience with friends or family. Make it a fun challenge. Did you know? A Japanese study found that maintaining the ability to get up and down from the floor was closely linked to a lower risk of all-cause mortality and better quality of life at any age. Ability Circle 7. The power to make new friends. The secret weapon against aging. Still able to make new friends after 60? You're adding years and meaning to your life. Let's be brutally honest. As we age, friendships often fade. People move, careers end, loved ones pass away, and families get busy. It becomes all too easy to slip into a comfortable but isolating routine. Yet, research now proves that the ability and willingness to form new friendships after 60 may be one of the most powerful predictors of not just how long you live, but how well you live. Why is social connection so critical to longevity? Loneliness is lethal. A massive 2020 meta-analysis by the National Academies of Sciences, Engineering, and Medicine, USA, found that chronic loneliness increases the risk of early death by 26% more dangerous than obesity, physical inactivity, or even smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Social connection boosts immunity and brain power. Older adults with strong social networks have lower rates of heart disease, stroke, depression, and even dementia. Human contact releases oxytocin. This hormone reduces stress, fights inflammation, improves sleep, and accelerates healing. Patient story. The reluctant club member. Mr. Andrews, age 68, lost his wife to cancer and felt invisible after retirement. His daughter persuaded him to try a local men's coffee group. At first I thought, what do I have in common with these strangers? But after a few weeks, I found myself laughing again, learning new things, and even helping others. Within 6 months, his blood pressure improved, sleep deepened, and his mood was better than in a decade. For Mr. Andrews, friendship was more than company. It was life-saving medicine. How to build social connections. After 60, start small. Even brief conversations with a neighbor, barista, or fellow dog walker can have outsized benefits. Join a group. From book clubs, fitness classes, religious communities, to volunteer groups. Find something that sparks your interest. Reach out to old friends. Don't wait for others to call. Take the initiative to reconnect. Learn something new. Classes, art, languages, gardening are perfect places to meet like-minded people. Embrace technology. Use video calls, social media, or senior apps to stay connected, especially if mobility is limited. Mini challenge. This week, introduce yourself to one new person or reconnect with someone you haven't seen in years. Join a new club, class, or community event, even online if needed. Science Corner. Social engagement and the aging brain studies from Harvard and University College London reveal seniors who regularly interact socially have better memory, slower cognitive decline, lower risk of Alzheimer's disease, and even stronger immune responses to vaccines. Socializing keeps your brain plastic, meaning it continues forming new connections, even in your 80s and 90s. Overcoming barriers, shyness or anxiety. Start with small steps. Even a smile is a powerful social gesture. Mobility or health issues. Use online tools, phone calls, or invite people to your home. Fear of rejection. Remember, most people appreciate friendliness sometimes. They're waiting for you to make the first move. Why is this ability so rare and precious? Many older adults become stuck in patterns of isolation. But those who find the courage to reach out, to risk vulnerability, and to nurture new friendships often discover a second youth, a new source of joy, curiosity, and meaning. Final lessons and takeaways: the art of living long and well. Congratulations! If you still have these 7 abilities, you're well on your way to 100 and beyond. Let's do a quick recap. You can still find your keys or glasses in under 5 minutes. You keep your cool with difficult people. Emotional intelligence in action. You can still move to music, even just a little dancing, swaying, or tapping your toes. You can make a stranger laugh. Your mind and spirit are sharp. You remember what things used to cost. Your long-term memory and personal history remain vivid. You can get up from the floor without struggle. Your strength, flexibility, and independence are intact. You can make new friends, staying socially connected, and fighting off loneliness. What does all this add up to? These are not just random skills. They are the pillars of a long, vibrant, and meaningful life. Each one touches a different part of your health: cognitive, emotional, physical, and social. But together, they form a circle of vitality, a self-reinforcing cycle where staying sharp in one area supports the others. Memory keeps you independent and proud. Emotional intelligence guards your heart and your relationships. Movement keeps your body and brain youthful. Humor and social skills open doors to joy, growth, and resilience. Physical ability is freedom, the power to care for yourself and others. Friendship is your shield against aging's hardest trials. The great lesson of my career. After 4 decades in medicine, I've learned that the people who live to 100 plus aren't just lucky or genetically blessed. They are the ones who stay engaged with life, with others, with themselves. They find ways to stay curious, to move, to laugh, to forgive, to share stories, and to keep making friends, even as the world changes around them. What can you do starting today? Self-assess. How many of these 7 abilities do you have? Choose one to work on. If there's an area you're weaker in, start small. A 5-minute dance, a phone call, a story shared, a new face greeted. Make it a family affair. Invite your children, grandchildren, or friends to join you in a challenge. who can tell the best joke? Remember the funniest price? Or make a new friend this week? Celebrate every small win. Progress is not measured in leaps, but in small, joyful steps. Remember, you're never too old to grow. Never too old to love, to laugh, to learn, or to make someone's day. Aging is inevitable, but decline is not. Every day you practice these secrets is another day you add to the quality and maybe the length of your precious life. As we close this journey together, remember, you are not defined by your age, but by your engagement with life. Every day you choose to move, laugh, remember, reach out, or learn something new. You are not just adding days to your life. You are adding life to your days. If you're reading this, you've already shown the curiosity and courage it takes to age well. Now, imagine the ripple effect. If you inspired just one other person, your spouse, your child, your friend, or even a neighbor to join you on this path. Longevity isn't just a personal achievement. It's a gift you share with everyone around you. Remember, your best years are not behind you. They are within reach, starting from this very moment. Stay curious, stay kind, stay moving, stay connected, and no matter what your birth certificate says, stay forever young at heart. Thank you for letting me be a part of your journey. Now go live boldly, laugh often, and make every year your best yet.